Thank you. It's been a tremendous joy to work with these crazy young people the last couple of days. How many of you were at the morning concert? How many of you are only here now? And it's okay, I can't see anything anyway because of the lights. I made a big announcement at the first master class. I looked at all these fresh young faces and the orchestra musicians, and I looked at all of them and I said, you know, it's a beautiful afternoon in San Diego. I come from Canada, where we know how to play the blues because I grew up in minus 35-degree weather. Beautiful afternoon, and they're listening to a trumpet master class. I looked at every one of them and said, you are nerds. And they got very, very excited about being nerds together. I mean, you are excited to be dweebs, right? Total geeks, that's you. That is exactly what they are and what we are, and the beauty of making music together in bands and an orchestra is the camaraderie. That's what it's about, and that's why we have all been here. So just before I say very, very, very quick words about the piece, I want to thank especially all of the organizers behind the scenes. All of this stuff that happens doesn't happen without many, many months of preparation, for which nobody is compensated. But they put all this together. When I came down to see this workshop, I had no idea what to expect, and I've been completely blown away by the organization, by the numbers of people, by the attitude of all the students and everybody working here. So I'd like you to just give everybody a round of applause. So very quickly about this piece that I'm going to perform. It's called the Shenandoah Fantasy. It was written by Jay Chataway. Has anybody ever played any tunes by Jay Chataway from back in the day? Yeah, okay, that'd be my generation. Okay, good. I already told the students that when I first joined the band, I wanted to be a drummer. And you had to pick trumpet or clarinet, and then there were tests 2 weeks in. And the best players could decide if they were going to be drummers, because you needed a lot of trumpets and clarinets, but not a lot of percussionists. And out of 25 trumpets, band, do you want to go ahead and tell them who was last in the test? Yeah, that's right. Cold crew. Cold, deadly fingers of point and shame. So I went home to quit music and go into drama as an option. My mother said, "We have no quitters in our family. Auf keinen Fall, mein lieber Junge, das gibt es nicht. You're gonna know one year on the trumpet and then you can decide. You don't start and stop. Das gibt es bei uns nicht zu Hause." And I wish that was a joke. So 2 things happened in that first year. Well, 3 things. 1, I discovered the joy of just being with other kids my age and being in band. That was number 1. Number 2, I saw a television show with Doc Severinsen, of course, the great band leader from the Carson Show, who just turned 88 years young. And is a very, very good friend of mine. We've done a number of concerts together since. In fact, in my high school yearbook, I wrote that my life's ambition was to play with Doc Severinsen. That's how big a geek I was. And the third thing that happened, and relates to the piece we're about to play, is that we played a tune written by Jay Chataway back in the day. It was called Spanish Fever. Did anybody play Spanish Fever? There's a couple of hands. Yeah, okay, so those of you that have played, it was a really hot band piece. Everybody was playing it around North America. And there was a trumpet solo in it. Only 16 bars long, and I felt like the biggest king in the world to play this Latino Spanish solo. I found out years later I was actually doubling with the clarinets, but I didn't know that. And I caught the bug of just wanting to play trumpet and play it professionally, and as a soloist in particular. Fast forward to many years later when I moved to Los Angeles, and I did a concert, and Jay Chataway was in the audience. And I guess I played well, and he came up after me and he said, "You sounded fantastic." And I was like a blubbering idiot. I'm like, "You're Jay Chataway." "Yes, I am. But you know, you really sounded really... You're Jay Chataway. You're the reason I do this, man. It's so great to meet you." I was like the biggest kid in a candy store. And we became friends after that. And as a result of that relationship, there's a point to this story, okay? I know I'm getting to it, though. I met him, and he wrote this piece for me, based on what happened when I was in band exactly at your age. So the whole thing kind of came full circle. So as a result, this piece, which is entitled Shenandoah Fantasy, goes through a number of different styles. A beautiful melody from the Shenandoah Valley, of course. There'll be multiple instruments used, from the flugelhorn to the piccolo trumpet to the B-flat. There is a Latin section that he threw in just for me because of Spanish fever. And during this Latin section, trumpet section, should I appear to be in any danger whatsoever, they will immediately come save me. And we've agreed on that, but you will do that? Okay, that didn't look very convincing, but they're there to have my back. It'll be a very exciting moment if it does happen. And after that moment, there's a very, very dangerous, treacherous cadenza that's already starting to scare me. And I will need motivation, and that's going to involve you. So you will be saying "Ole" on my cue, and we will practice this now. Ole! Band, you want to show them how to do an ole? All right, see how that was? That's how it's going to be. And then we finish the piece, and there's a thunderous high note that's performed again at the end, and there's great joy in the land, and you people in the front, expensive seats here, the splash zone, you're going to regret that. It's a real privilege to play Jay Chataway's Shenandoah Fantasy with this wonderful group of young people. Thank you all very, very much for supporting live music, for supporting their dreams, and just for having them all be together. The experiences they've had here at band camp, they will never forget, I promise you. So thanks, and keep it alive.